All right, yo. What's up, fam? How are you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Liftcast. And today I have the big gang here, the big boy gang in the building. Right about now, I have man like Hanif here. Yeah, Muhuni mzima, Muhuni mwenye. Yeah, of course, the master of physique, maze. This guy is the physique game. He has it on a chokehold. I have man like Guya here.
What's up? Yo, what's up?
Yeah, I mean Guya, man. This guy, I don't know whether he doesn't even need an introduction.
Yes. Of course, yeah.
We had to make more space in this room for this guy to just come in.
Yeah, already enough to suffocate hapa bana.
Yeah, man like Guya. Yes. Yeah, karibu sana. We have man like Gachau, the mad scientist in the building. Amerudi kwa mara ya pili. Amesema mara ya kwanza nilimpiga filter nyingine iko fiti. Nilimpaka lipsticks, nini.
Ulimtoa tips. Akaduma vibes cartel.
So yeah, karibu sana. Second episode, man. This episode number 5, but you're here for a second time. Karibu sana.
Thank you
Welcome
so much.
to the Liftcast. I have the big boy gang here. Leo mambo inaenda. Leo kunaenda kuchemuka. Leo kunaenda kuchemuka.
Tunaambiana ukweli.
Kama tuko na siri zako. Kama tuko na siri zako ujue saa sisi hatuna siri.
Siri zako sisi tunakumulika kwa sababu tuna wakili, tunawalipa mwisho wa mwezi. Na hakuna kazi wanayofanya. So lazima waingie kiwanja sasa kuregesha deni, au sio?
Umesema uko well protected.
Si ndio bro?
Wewe wakili uko naye. Wewe ujali.
Si wakili, mawakili.
Genge.
Kwa wingi. Genge la mawakili.
Genge la mawakili.
Kama cha mungiki mzee.
Yeah, so karibu sana to the Liftcast. Leo, man, I'm so grateful for you guys to come through, maze. It's it's very rare to see all these characters together, you know. It's very rare to see all of them in one place at the same time, except for, of course, for maybe like for bodybuilding shows and all that, which of course there is one that is going to be coming on the 12th of October, Sarit Center, Mr. and Miss East Africa Bodybuilding Competition, which actually Guya and Gachau, man like Gachau, going to be competing. So yeah, so tell us about your prep, guys. Prep inaendaje na waskumaje? Are you guys taking the advice we're seeing online? Cut salt 7 weeks out. Are you guys? How is that?
Bro,
How is everything going on that end?
Every time we talk with Philip, huwa ananirifaa ananirudisha my coach, my doctor, amesema hivi na hivi.
Yeah.
So sikiza coach wako.
Yeah.
Ukisikiza watu wa online nini?
Yeah.
Utateseka sana. I can tell you for sure what tunaongea na Hanif. Namtumia hata progress photos. Ananiambia posing tengeneza hapo.
Yeah.
That is for sure you ndasikiza.
Yeah.
Because anaona kweli na kufanya makosa.
Yeah.
Lakini ukipata mtu anakuambia chakula sijui punguza.
Yeah.
Sijui ongeza chumvi, sijui punguza hii, wacha sijui wengine nilisikia wakisema sijui usilale na mke wako. Sasa jameni tutaishije hivyo? Ndio ni advice inakaaje bana. So prep is good. It's full of grace.
Yeah.
We are trying our best. 3 weeks to go. That is 2 weeks and a peak week.
Yeah.
To final lap.
Yeah.
We are doing our best to be in the best shape.
Yeah.
Bring the best packages.
Yeah.
Make one epic show.
Yeah.
Tunaamsha bodybuilding.
Yeah.
For good.
Lazima.
Yeah,
lazima, because I mean it's been a long time coming, you know.
It's been a long time, man.
Imeko imelala for minutes.
Time, man.
Of course, Iron Feet, of course, chomokad from the rota of the bodybuilding events of the year.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with the bodybuilding federation as well. It's just been all over the place. Nobody exactly knows what is going on.
That's
on
for
that
sure.
end. So I mean, it's good to see what MMA is doing. You know, they're really bringing the bodybuilding back that we used to know. I mean, we really need to see more shows. You know, we need to get guys making at least even a decent income out of bodybuilding, man. Yeah, I mean, we need to see money in the pockets of bodybuilders, because honestly, it's one of the very hardest and most punishing sports out there.
And the most expensive.
And the most expensive. Yeah.
Most expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Doesn't pay you.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. I mean, all you can do is maybe try and cover your costs, which honestly most bodybuilders, especially in Kenya, don't actually manage to do that. Yeah. Anyway, man like Guya, how's the prep taking you, bro?
Prep is going well.
Yeah.
We started out this year at a good note. We were not too bad off when we started. Most of the time, talking like a prep, you're a bit chubbier than usual. But this time, I did a very good lean bulk.
Yeah.
Now we're 2 weeks out. One thing, Gachau Njoroge, I listen to your coach. because every physique is different.
That's for sure.
Sometimes some people take out carbs early, some people take out sugars early. Me, I've been looking a bit, it's been a bit of a different prep than usual. Before I take out my carbs very early. So my prep is going well. So far I can't complain. I'm liking the way I look. I have a few chiseling to do. And of course we're looking to keep this thing home.
Awesome.
For sure.
Fantastic, man.
Tabaki nyumbani.
Fantastic. Yeah man. Maze tunawaaminia bana. Tunawaaminia.
Kosi ni kubwa sahi.
Tunawaaminia.
All the warriors, all the gladiators.
Msikubali hiyo kitu bana irudi
wote
TZ
wako
tena.
vita sahi. Kwa forefront vibaya.
These guys just have to put in some pride now. You just have to put some pride and know like this is happening at home whereby everyone is watching. They did it last year, the Tanzanian won. And now redoing it again, and then they beat us again. That's a shame. Like all of them should be probably be deported. Like Gachau, you've been on this prep for the longest period. This is a prep that I think personally, based on what I know about you, you've been 100% in this prep.
100.
From training, from the discipline, from his cardio, like all of us, like holding him accountable into whatever he's doing, how he's posing. These are the things that we sometimes discuss.
Yeah.
On how he can do better and put some pride in Kenyan flag.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. I totally agree, man. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Tunawaaminia mbaya sana. You guys should definitely mkatae nayo kabisa. Afadhali yenyewe hata tupande stage yenyewe tupigane. Lakini kabla ifike hapo.
Unakumbuka ile game ya 2021?
Yeah.
Game ya kina Hanif.
Yeah.
Ile time wali announce the final winner ilikuwa ni kama ni vita iko hapo. This time pia tunaenda vita.
It's the same thing,
eh? Baki home.
Ni the same thing.
Si walihakikisha imebaki 0-0-1.
Yeah.
That's what we are doing this
That's
time.
what we did. That's what we did.
Bring the heat, bring the war.
Yeah. Lazima ikuwe serious hivyo mazee. Like tusikubali hiyo kitu mazee irudi TZ, man.
For sure.
Isirudi TZ. So yeah. So like are there any myths you'd like to bust, especially in regards to prep, like some of the things, like a lot of guys are usually told, there are a lot of myths going around about what you should and shouldn't do around prep. Are there any tips maybe you should give? Because there's going to be a lot of guys who are still prepping and they still have those 2 weeks to go. Yeah. And some of them might they might help someone out there who's a bit lost. Maybe they don't have a proper coach, or maybe they have a rogue coach.
Yeah.
So maybe some myths mneza ambia or like very simple guidance of how you can help. Yeah.
Number 1, have a coach.
Yeah.
Listen to your coach only when it comes to diet and manipulation ya vitu kaa chumvi na maji.
Okay.
Because the coach ndiye anakuona kila siku. Unajua mimi nitapost photo moja online.
Yeah.
Hiyo maybe ni photo nilipiga almost a month ago. Then watu watarusha comments, your bicep ni ya wellness. You're too bloated. Unaona? You are sijui what, tengeneza hiyo sijui nini. People will always have comments. But coach ni ma keep in touch. Always number 1, have a coach. Listen to your coach and your coach only. Yes.
But what about for the people who can't afford a coach?
They look
expensive.
They look for someone who can help them by proxy. Kama Hanif anasaidia watu wengi by proxy. Ile they're not paying him, but they're giving them updates. And then anawaambia hapa hivi naona hivi na hivi, unaweza tengeneza hii na hii. By proxy. Kuna watu wanakubali kufanya hivyo.
Yeah.
Mostly bodybuilders wenye wako still bado competitive. Unaona? Mimi nilienda kwa wale kwa sababu first thing wale sako wana compete mwaka. Secondly, sikuwa ni coach na wale. Unakumbuka ile siku tuliongea mambo ya striated glutes ni nini, tukawachokoza mambo ya fake nut ni nini. So I went there for a leg day. Then nikachapa hiyo leg day, nikasikia leg day ni legit. 45 minutes. And I'm like burnt. Naona mimi nikashangaa wanafanya nini kwa gym 4 hours.
Yeah.
Then ilikuwa like a week before prep ianze. Wallace alikuwa coach Farhan. You know Farhan?
Yeah.
Buffed butcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, a day before.
Beba chuma.
Sunday, ilikuwa Sunday ndio sasa prep ianze. 14 weeks out. Farhan ameenda na watu wake ile kuhang out na watu on Sunday. Time like now. Jioni anatumia photo za fractures. Amefracture hapa kwa ni?
Yeah.
Na kwa ankle.
Nani Farhan?
Alienda kuskate Serena. Then akalalia mguu. He was out hivyo. So Farhan aliniuliza, Tony, hiyo slot yangu yenye wale alikuwa ni coach. So you can fill it up. I said without a doubt. hii game naenda kuprep in a way that I have never prepped.
Honestly, we've been seeing it, man.
Nimeifanya yani to the letter everything. Everything to the letter every day. Niko prep. So, and that is how story yetu na Wallace ilianza. And Wallace is always welcoming. Atakupea everything he knows. From there, discipline yako ndio determine. He always tells me every day. Tufanye kila kitu 100%.
Usiende kudondosa.
That's another una kudondosa stage. So hiyo ni kitu kingine Wallace uniambia. Ananiambia Anto. And this tip number 3. The confidence that you have on stage inakuanga ni build up ya vile prep yako ilikuwa. Siku ya game day ni kwenda tu kushowcase what you have been doing. Unaona? Whether you win or not. As long as you know you gave it your best. You have won. That's the most important thing. Unaona? Hizo attributes zingine maybe zinafanya watu wengine wakupigia, that's something you can catch up with later on. Lakini confidence, posing, diet, kila kitu. You do it during prep yako vizuri to the letter and that's it. Then the rest achia nini. Then acha kuangalia nani yako stage. Philip atakuwa stage. Philip akawaje? Kuna straighted glutes, mimi sina. Wacha na hiyo. Wewe jiangalie tu na muongee na coach wako. That's it.
Okay. That's one point I wanted to bring up even when you asked. We get caught up so much in looking at other people. Okay, even me, I'm a culprit of this. Other people, we see this guy. So sometimes you have to get out of that zone. You just focus on how bringing your best physique. And if you think to yourself, have I done what I need to do to be able to get to my best level? Like, is there nothing I've not done that I know I should do?
Beating your best self.
Guilt, that's another one. But the other myth I'd say is unless you have a weight cap, stop focusing so much on the weight you need to be. Unless you have a weight cap. Unless you have a weight cap, let's say if you're lightweight,
classic physique or something.
But if there's no weight cap and you even weigh off the weight that you need to compete, just focus on how you look. Especially like people like in men's physique, you can just focus on your look more, because sometimes you might cut off too much carbs, you might cut off something, you might cut off too much and you look flat on stage. So that's another myth I want to stop focusing so much on the weight unless you have a weight cap. Right?
But right now, as we speak, the rule has changed.
Men's physique on a weight cap.
It has changed now. In the men's physique, it's upon weight and height.
Yes.
But I don't know if this MMA.
Stani implement hiyo. Stani implement.
I don't know if they're doing,
only
but it's only fair because look at it this way. This is what I said even in the seminar. These are the shows that are going to build us up into the international shows.
So the standards.
So if we have decided to raise the bar here, then we have to sustain in every aspect, because we can back it up. And if we can actually back it up, then why are we not doing it? And then another thing that I previously even discussed it with them, let's just focus on the rule and choose which federation are we going to be judged the athlete from. Because you cannot just in one category you're judging them on the IFBB Pro. And the other one, you're judging them through IFBB Elite or WBF. So that's very confusing, because as a men's physique, for example, in the IFBB Pro, which everybody who has decided to go on juice, his goal is to be on the Olympia. That's standard. Whoever is on juice wants to be on Olympia. Any bodybuilders, their biggest dream is to step onto that Olympia stage. So I need something that I will be preparing myself that's going to lead me into that. That's going to
get you there,
So you cannot tell me there to cut a tons in the men's physique. What's the purpose for that one? If I have decided to put my life down the line on that one, then you implement me in the elite. That's not fair. So these are the things I would really appreciate if they're going to emphasize before the show, so people knows what to prepare. So you don't want it's like right now there's going to be a lot of media, a lot of people who are going to be watching there. Then all of a sudden you hear quarter turn to your right, then quarter turn to your right. And then I was like, okay, I'm confused. I thought men's physique is the front and the back
only.
Then why are we going through this one? Then as an athlete who is aware of whatever's going on, he knows okay, you're already frustrated over that. Okay, I didn't expect this one. Now all of a sudden, so it can damage athletes on that stage. Because their whole mind and everything gets messed. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't posing for this. So the best thing you can say, you should be prepared for everything. But why should we be prepared for everything when we can have a standard one?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean that does make a lot of sense, and of course, it's I mean, it's a good point. It's a good point, and of course, like with even bodybuilding judging in Kenya, it has come a long way. And of course, I think they usually bring one judge. Is it
One
or
outside, yeah.
Two,
This time it's 3.
3 judges, yeah.
Oh, this time it's
Because
three.
you see, look at it this way, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Why do we lose a lot of sponsors in bodybuilding? Because first you have to know, like in bodybuilding is about the opinion of what the judges like on that stage.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean necessarily whoever was picked
Was the
the best.
So
I could be
It's
like,
very
okay, I am that
subjective to a degree.
subjective to
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the judges like.
Yeah,
I could be like, I'm much more of the condition.
yeah,
And another one, Guya, could be like, okay, I'm much more of the size and the
Symmetry.
fullness. And then he could be about the symmetry. Okay, you have everything, but you're not symmetrical.
yeah.
So it's a balance of this and this and that one. And people, these are the things. Like if tomorrow on the show day,
Yeah.
you just picked somebody who is so obvious that shouldn't have won, and like a proper rigging. These are the things that will make people shout and boo on that stage.
Yes.
So the moment the sponsor, they see like, okay, I put so much money into this one, I'm expecting fairness, and then there is some biasness,
Fans are booing.
then the next show I'm not going to show up.
Yeah.
Why would I want to be associated with something which has no fairness? And people just get picked because of who is liked by who.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense because I remember.
So eventually, even if this organization is putting in so much money, then people lose interest in this. And you don't want, because right now, I think this is about to be the best show we've ever had in the whole East Africa.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So it's only fair we give this show the ultimate best that it deserves when it comes to the judgment.
Yeah. Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree. I mean, it's come a long way, and of course, it's good to see. At the end of the day, we still have to give, props to these guys for what they're planning.
doing a
Yeah,
good
they've
job.
done
And what they're
amazing,
doing,
bro.
you know.
Bro,
This time wanafanya a very good job.
Yeah.
Hata
I've
I've
marketing.
never seen any bodybuilding show that have been marketed this much.
Yeah, I mean, this one has really been marketed. The billboards, nini.
Don't be surprised. We're gonna go on that show day and you feel like it's sold out, and you
Yeah,
can't get a
there's a
seat.
chance. There's a big
100%.
chance.
Unajua wanashinda wakisema ati
So if you
tujaze
haven't gotten the
6,000
ticket, make
people.
sure you get the ticket now.
wanashtukia
Yeah,
wamepita
make sure-
6,000.
Yeah. Hopefully it gets there, so that we get that wave of people
Yeah.
who are actually fans of bodybuilding.
That's for
Because that's the only way we can also lift the industry up.
Yeah.
About 20 in the early 2000s. This thing used to even be broadcasted on KCB.
Yeah.
The shows Mr. Kenya was being broadcasted
Yeah.
on KCB. That's how big it was. Guys were winning cars. Someone on losing Simitia Sijui 500,000.
Yeah. I remember there's one like Rashid one like what is it? Like a plot of land or something. Was it?
I remember there was a car that was won before during that chairman, the Indian guy, the Singh guy.
Which
When
one?
he was
Which-
the
what year?
chairman, I think there was, I don't know, before 20 something, around that time,
Yeah.
when the chairman was the Singh guy. I forgot his
Back
name.
in the early 2000s, shout out to my
And then politics started, boom, sponsors pulled out.
Yeah.
Now
back,
unaenda
back in
hapo
the
na-
early 2000s, shout out to my mentor, Mr. Lee, 3-time Mr. Kenya champion.
Ah.
He won a car.
Yeah.
And I think
Oh.
he even won at a cement.
Oh, wow.
He won by, I think it was Blue Triangle was sponsoring at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And those are the
was there.
sponsors that we need, like,
Unajua ukitaka kuonyeshana simiti yako iko na nguvu unaniletea bana.
Exactly.
Na ni mjengo.
Mifuko ya
Jengo,
unga kama hizi taifa pembe nini, these are the sponsors that we should be going for.
So if it comes back to that level, even from even not even a Kenya standpoint, from an East African standpoint, an African standpoint, that's a win for bodybuilding.
But you guys think it's
Look at it this way.
moving forward.
I 100% believe that. Look at it this way. Like bodybuilding is not going to give you money.
For sure.
That stage money is nothing. Nothing. If you are serious, for some people like how you guys are doing it, it's not going to be 100%. Like the money, the 300, if you're a coach, you're dropping 500 USD per month.
That's hiyo ni kweli.
If you're dropping, okay, in 3 months,
You've dropped 1,500
1,500.
on a coach.
yeah. And then you think chicken breast, gym,
Mi siku hizi nakula by the way chicken breast ya kama
fish. Supplements?
7,000
You're
kila
doing
wiki.
like 5,000.
7,000.
So the
Your
money
chicken
that you're
breast kama
getting,
12 kgs,
even if they're gonna put like 500 G's, yeah, it's not this. You don't make much profit from that one.
Yeah.
So if there will be there sponsors like big companies like cement, like unga, like food, body lotions, anything like
Inafaa kuwa
anything.
a long-term
You see,
contract.
That's where the bodybuilders are going to make money.
Yeah.
Shops,
Endorsements.
I mean,
endorsement.
even if you
That's
look
where
at
the money is.
Yeah.
even if you look at the top stages like Olympia,
Yeah.
the money is not that much. But how these people make money is from endorsements.
Yeah.
They make money from
Supplement
whatever
companies.
the
From supplement
Yeah,
companies.
exactly.
Clothesline. Kwanza huwa pale afato tumwagie pesa vibaya sana. Tunapiga kelele zake sana.
Bana mimi ni mkulima
Tunaanza
mdogo
na wewe
bana.
kwanza.
At least mnisapoti kwanza.
Utuongezee
Vipi
cheda.
wewe?
Unatudungisha maflagi hapa kama mabillboard alafu mpake
Tunatafuta
ndogo.
hela.
Mnisapoti bana. Mimi mkulima mdogo bana, tuinuane si wote.
Doctore anakwambia nitakupiga photoshoot. Na wewe photoshoot okay, at least I get content. See?
Yeah, ndio maana tunafaa tuinue
Yeah.
industry man, kwa sababu unajua vile industry ikinuka everything else goes up, you know. Coaching will go up, guys who do PT will go up, gyms will be fuller, they'll, you know, be able to as well spend money in other places as well, be able to endorse other guys, be able to sponsor guys to even go for those bodybuilding competitions. You know, apparel companies are also going to make money.
Absolutely.
Supplement companies are going to make money, because I think right now there's only like one supplement company based in Kenya, right?
Protein KE.
Yeah, Protein KE, yeah.
What about
Shout
USN,
out to
bro?
them.
Oh, in USN. But USN is not Kenyan, bro.
Walisema wanaleta kiwanda yao very soon.
Bro, it's already here.
Lakini, wakini
Sasa,
here.
Yeah. Everything is done here now.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Everything
okay,
is done here now.
Shout out
Apart
to
from
USN.
summer.
Unajua lazima mazetu
Yo,
plug
you have to
USN.
give a
juu ya-
shout out to
juu ya
USN,
Hanif,
bro.
man. Hanif,
I gotta stay loyal to my USN, guys.
yeah, Hanif analeta fujo. Now, guys, let me ask you a very interesting question. There's been this thing that has going on online. That's been going on online about you know, the decrease of testosterone in men, like, which has actually been declining apparently by around 1% since like the 1970s. You know, so basically if you compare the testosterone that the average man has today and what guys had in the 1970s, it's like a major difference. So of course guys who train, guys who work out, guys you know, who are all about wellness and health and fitness and all that, and hardcore bodybuilding, you know, they might, you know, have a couple of things to say about that. You know, what do you guys think, and how do you think men can help themselves really to, you know, increase their testosterone? Of course it's going to the gym, you know, training and all of that, but what other ways do you think they can also include to make sure that at least that decline in testosterone has been, because it does affect a lot of things. It affects our relationship with women. It affects the kids that we are going to raise, how they are going to be. It affects the generation generally. Like, you know, if that testosterone is not there and if that decline is not corrected, in a few generations you'll have a whole different kind of breed. So what do you guys have to say about that?
I think before Anto gets into it, let's start, because I know let's start this one, because I know Anto's a whole lot to say.
Yo, why?
And he's about to call out a few people.
Mintasema supplement.
I think we should start from there and decide it on this side.
Before
You know what?
So here.
You know what?
Okay,
Let's start with Hanif.
Okay.
This is my opinion, yeah?
Yes.
In every problem, yeah, you have to first know what is the cause of the problem.
For sure.
Once you know the problem, the causing of the problem, then you figure out how to stop the problem, the solution to that problem. Then the third part is how not to get back into that problem again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So a lot of this one, what boosts this, if your testosterone have gone down, what are the things that causes this one?
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle, too much drinking, lack of sleep. Yeah, one of the most underrated thing is sleep. Sleep is one of the most underrated thing. If your sleep is up and down, it comes with a lot of this kind of issues.
Yeah.
And working out, like working out is one way of you boosting your testosterone levels.
Yeah.
And your style, the lifestyle that you're living, how you eat, how you drinking water, how much water you drink, how you supplement all this kind of food. And I'm not talking about the gayer side of life. I'll let that.
So just to be clear, this part of the discussion is all about natural
I'm talking about natural.
Okay.
Yes, natural. Yeah.
Yeah, so all the kind
Before
of like
before we move to the dark side.
before you move into that
Inakuja hivi
side.
ikiingia kwa giza pole
Yeah.
pole. Fika hapa hivi iko dark vibaya sana.
Hapo hata si dark, hapo ni tinted my friend. Dark hata you're complimenting yourself. Bro. Hapo ni giza totoro.
Kabisa.
So choose your lifestyle because eventually your life will force you to do these kind of things. So why should you be waiting to get to the point whereby now situation has forced me to change my lifestyle?
Yeah.
Make the right decision when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like train hard. Don't even have to go like a bodybuilder. Like lifestyle, even the walking. Something like you can sustain.
Yeah.
And your food intake, the right kind of food. All these vitu vya mafuta vitakumess.
Yeah.
Hivyo.
So
Too much
pick
wheat.
the right,
Too much sugar.
Unasikianga uko
Processed
bloated.
foods, yeah.
Ushaona? Sasa all these things they slows down your whole metabolism.
The processed foods as well.
Yeah, processed
Very
food,
bad, yeah.
stuff like that.
You know, you've mentioned something, the way you phrased that, the way you started that question as well.
Yeah.
Because even I remember listening to a guy on Instagram called A Grey Beard, and he mentioned that today our testosterone levels are about, on average in men, about 300 to 500 nanogram per deciliter, right? And if you look at a guy in the 1940s who was a chain smoker, went through 2 packets of cigarette a day, his testosterone levels were double ours.
So should I start smoking?
No, that just shows
That
you.
was then, bro.
Then if you now look at our ancestors, they've recorded it to have like levels of 1500 nanogram per deciliter. That's a guy on steroids.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
a guy
until
in-
that's until
That's not even
levels when
TRT.
he's a gram.
Yeah.
That's not even
Yeah,
TRT.
that's
Yeah.
1500. I mean, so yeah, there's a pretty hard decline in testosterone in men. If you look at men today,
So basically, you're saying right now it's 200 to 300,
right now it's about 300 to 500.
300 to 500.
Yeah, so maybe
Average,
it at
for the average
400,
guy.
Average at 400 plus or minus 100.
Okay.
Right? And if you even listen to women today, they'll tell you there's so many feminine men as compared to what they were before. Right? If you look at back
The
into
masculinity, man,
your,
it's gone,
masculinity
bro.
as well.
Yeah.
In the
Cheating
90s and
with
80s,
Men stopped to
men
be
were
men.
very aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men used to be men.
Men used to be
Now
men.
they're pansies,
Yeah,
princess.
exactly. So nowadays it's just, so what's happened is that men have stopped living a bit of a hard life.
Yeah.
They've made themselves soft. They've stopped working out. Sports was something of being very
Ordering
active
food
was,
and stuff.
yeah, being active was something
Glover,
very
eh?
important.
Glover and Uber Eats.
Okay, I don't want to say global because I don't want to be sued.
sijui ka ushaiona video fulani huwa ina run tu kwa Instagram. School in the US in the 1970s. Ile mazoezi walikuwa wanafanya time ya PE. Wana scale up the walls.
like an
Jumping
army
is calisthenics like an army, bro.
Yeah.
Siku hizi mazee watu wako proud wanajiita thick bana. Ni thick ama ni plus size ama nini?
Rainbows.
Then you know if you even look at it further now, what men are doing nowadays. One thing I really put emphasis on, I think I mentioned before, is sugar intake has risen.
Yeah.
Right. The more sugar goes up, it just affects everything from testosterone to all your levels to because
Insulin.
even too much carbohydrate, insulin. If your insulin spikes, how much fat you put on?
Yeah.
You put on fat, you lose testosterone. That's pretty much what's happened today.
Yeah.
So maybe what
about
my
wanking,
opinion
bro?
is.
Have you talk about wankers? Are you leaving them alone?
Does wanking drop your testosterone?
Are
bro?
you mad, bro? It does not drop.
No, I'm asking you.
Of course it
You
does.
seem like you're experienced, bro.
I'm not. I left that to you, bro. This is the problem. And if you want to find it, let's just go search in the phone, search in the website right now. Put the word P. See what you're going to see.
Wewe bana ukishakuwa mzazi alafu uone kipindi
wewe.
chako kinaanza kufidget manhood unakiwachia hiyo tabia.
But anyway, that's what I can say about
Yeah.
testosterone. I say that my opinion, try look for things that you can do which are hard. Like take a cold shower. Hit your central nervous system at least once or twice a week by a hard workout. Watch how much sugar you take. Right, really consume very minimal sugar.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Don't you'd be surprised how much a donut as much calories as a whole meal. I mean, and it's bad sugar, which
just to be clear, we're eating donuts after 12.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Anyway,
But that's
testosterone
only
yetu
because you guys
itashuka.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Kama yangu testosterone itashuka nikikula donut.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what I'd say. If you want to increase your natural levels, your testosterone levels naturally, reduce the sugar, hit your central nervous system a bit, like twice a week. You don't have to hit it all the time, but do hard things in the gym.
Yeah.
So like let me just cut you off just shortly. So when you say hit your central nervous system, what exactly do you mean?
Like
do you mean like go heavy on deads?
Like spike your survival instinct.
Yeah, spike
Yeah.
your
Leta
survival
hivi
instinct,
squat kilo 200 piga reps 2
Yeah.
Oh, see like Peter hapo Kayole mbio saa 6 usiku.
I could do that
Or
too.
sprint.
You could do that too. No, you just need to hit it quick spike ndio ile survival instinct
Yeah,
ikue.
yeah.
Wewe very-
Ama hata ile-
But basically
what
it's
is it called when the cold whatever, the iced?
the ice bath.
Ice bath ni poa. Ice bath
Ice
hapa
plunge.
Kenya inapatikana pale
Delta.
Impala
Or
ama
you can go
club
to-
ama Harlequins wako nayo.
Oh.
On a
Or-
Saturday hivi siku ya rugby ile siku wanacheza hivi, enda chungulie hivi, ingia ndani kama umetoka.
Ama unaenda
Zinakuanga hapo
kwa
na
Hitaji long.
what is
Ni
it?
kitu unaingia tu kidogo kama
Hawezi kawia hapo.
This guy Altaf Mapara. Just check Altaf. He has like a new modern one.
Okay.
They just plug it there, and yeah, I don't know.
Where is this?
It's in Nairobi. Just on your way to.
So Altaf is like
Altaf Mapara. Just
on IG.
Yeah,
So he this is like an individual
yeah. He has like a whole studio.
or it's a studio. It's a
Studio
workout.
of ice nini.
It's
Ice
everything.
baths.
Physio.
Oh,
Altaf Mapara.
okay. That one I don't know. Yeah.
Just makes him to.
Yeah, we'll just check him out.
Performance Kenya. It's called Performance Kenya.
Pull b-roll ya
Just
IG
type
yake.
Performance Kenya.
Okay.
Tuonyesha b-roll
The
yake hapo.
physio, it does everything, guys. Like it's a new technology.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
think he's the
okay.
one who's handling all this Kenyan team and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll check.
Anyway,
check
as
that
for
out.
me,
Yeah, let's go to Gachau now.
testosterone levels in a tank juu ya lifestyle basically. Hasa wamesha put into perspective.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Yeah.
Unaona hata hizi nguo zetu tunavanga za gym kama tights mademo wanavaa. Ziko na vitu zinaitwa forever chemicals. Zikiingia kwa mwili yako hazitoki. Those are plastics. Zinaitwa polyfluorocarbons, PFAs. Hizo zikiingia, the amount of zina mimic estrogen, like estrogen receptors zinabaki hivi zina bind.
Yeah.
They effect some estrogenic effects. You see? What are you eating?
Yeah.
Even the chemicals zenye chakula tunakula nazo kama matunda hivi zinasprayiwa, kina atrazine,
Yeah.
kina glyphosate.
Yeah.
You have to be very keen
Yeah.
vitu unakula.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What una heat food yako na nini? Kama ile container ya plastic, is it BPA free by phenol 2 ama something? Yeah, I made a series of videos. Mtu enda angalia either Instagram ama TikTok yangu. Hizo vitu zote niliziline up hapo hivi. And this for a nutty guy. Bado jengea pande ya dark side. Unaona?
Yeah.
Siku hizi wanaume wanamkanga asubuhi kwa keja kai hajaonana na jua, ndio?
Yeah.
Hata light hajafungua hata dirisha, yani kuamsha hata circadian rhythm yake.
Yeah.
You know the first thing I do nikiamka asubuhi, kufungua dirisha. Na set rhythm because testosterone growth hormone was inareleasiwa na pulses. Na hiyo pulses inalingana na light gani. Did you see light ukiamka asubuhi? And do you wake up at a specific time? Unaona light aje? Maybe 2 hours after that una release testosterone. Nini? As a nutty guy, sometimes una feel some erections throughout the day, maybe saa 6 mchana, saa 10. Hiyo ni time unakuanga umetoka kurelease testosterone.
What about morning time, bro?
Morning ukiamka pia unakuanga uko nini? Uko well rested, uko nini? Goes back to sleep. Kenya Hanif aliwaambia, be well rested. Stress. Siku hizo wanaume ni stress to job. So ametoka asubuhi, amevaa suti, ameingia kwa gari, ameenda job. Jua bado hujawaka, si ndio? Afika job mapema, very good guy.
Yeah.
Amekaa kwa office the whole day.
Yeah.
The only time anatoka kwa job ni akienda kula lunch. So guys are not basking.
Yeah.
Si ndio? Angalia sawa nduthi. Unaanga vile wako energetic. They bask the whole day.
Na upiga na kila mara.
Testosterone iko high, yeah. Time kuna violence sasa ndio wanakuanga the most violent. Rather pia kusaidia wanaume kwa kushughuli zao baadaye. For sure, so nduthi. So nduthi assistant hatari sana. You see? So because those guys are basking, unaona? Something simple. Kama uwezi bask, tafuta vitamin D3 yenye iko na K2 because D3 can only be pushed into your body by vitamin K2. So tukikuja kwa nutty guy, atafuta magnesium. atafute zinc,
Yeah.
atafute vitamin D3 yenye iko na K2. Then akuwa na dress food yake na kitu kama olive oil ama good fat kama avocado hivi. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Naona? If you can supplement your DHEA, especially women. Now that women hawana testicles that produce testosterone, they make testosterone out from DHEA. For ladies, watafute hizo magnesium, zinc, DHEA, vitamin D3.
Yeah.
That's a good place to start. Naona? Then foods zako. Guya amesema toa sukari. Acha kupenda sukari.
Ngano.
Kama sasa hivi tunafanya prep tuko sawa sana.
Yeah.
Sasa intake yetu ya sugar iko chini. That means tuko highly sensitive to insulin. That's why we are most likely that's why tuna burn fat vizuri.
Yeah.
Naona? Yeah, get sustainable practices zenye unaweza fanya as a natural guy. Zitakusaidia ku boost testosterone.
Yeah.
Tunarejelea Hanif ndio hata after imerudi juu usi backslide tena. So make them sustainable.
Sustain.
Yeah.
Yes. These are natural guy.
Yeah.
Sasa tumeingia kwa mtu mwenye amejaribu hizo vitu zote na ni kama zimelala.
Zimefeli.
Sasa
Mwiba.
tunaingia pharmacology.
Sasa
Tutakuja mambo ya
tumeingia
pharmacology, ingia DMs
mwiba.
tutakufunza.
so hii tumeingia the dark side. No, lakini waguzie
If it all
tu
fails.
usiwache
If it
hivyo.
all fails.
So waguzie tu waambie
For a natural guy tuseme
Yeah.
mwenye maybe mtu mwenye wa kwanza kabisa mwenye ni mwoga mwenye anaogopa sindano kama Philip.
Ulijuaje Philip anaogopa sindano?
Philip unaogopa sindano?
Mbaya.
What? Okay. Philip unaogopa sindano?
Mbaya. Hey, but we face our fears, man.
Okay.
We face our fears.
Now anyway, kuna ile dawa inaitwa clomiphene.
Okay.
Hiyo dawa inaitwa clomiphene dawa fertility. But what it does, ina boosts the way your brain inatuma signal from the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland hapa nyuma to your testicles
Yeah.
through production of analog hormones kama luteinizing hormone. That unaweza kuamsha kama testosterone production yako ilikuwa imelala inaamka tena. Naona? Ukitry hiyo na bado unasikia depressive side effects haziendi,
Yeah.
lethargy, you're finding coherence kwa speech yako iko poa,
Yeah.
you're not finding the best words to express yourself, tiredness. Naona? Sasa hapo ndio unakuja unauliza ndio tutafanyaje? Then nakwambia maybe just maybe fika Jalaram Medical Services. Pimo testosterone, estrogen, luteinizing hormone. Hizo ndio nakuanga na haja nazo.
Okay.
If we were looking na mambo ya fertility, maybe ningekwambia upime follicle stimulating hormone, but I don't know, mimi siko hiyo pande ya sperm production and everything. Niko tu basically testosterone.
Yeah.
And then kuna ingine inaitwa SBGH. Unapima hizo vitu nne. Testosterone, estrogen, LH na SBGH. Sasa hizo values tukiangalia tuone moja iko kama low, kama estrogen ikiwa chini sana, testosterone inafaa kuwa juu. But sometimes unapata estrogen iko chini na testosterone bado iko chini. Hapo sasa utapata automatically luteinizing hormone yako iko chini.
Yeah.
So what do? We look for an analog a luteinizing hormone. Na hiyo ni HCG. So tunakuwekea HCG kama 3 weeks hivi. That by itself unafaa kuanza kusikia vizuri. Feel good hormone. Naona? Then after that we let clomiphene, hiyo tembe ya fertility, to take over. Ndio signal sasa itoke huku.
To the
Kutoka kwa kichwa because HCG only sends the signal to your testicles peke yake. But then niliwaambia kuna ingine inaitwa Kispeptin 10. Iko on the way. Hiyo nitakuwa nayo within a week.
Yeah.
Hiyo sasa ni kama clomiphene but it's like a peptide.
Yeah.
With that you don't need HCG.
Yeah.
Kispeptin 10 inafanya kazi clomiphene, inatoa signal hapa hivi. Yeah. It's new science. Wacha ifike kwa soko. Of course Labrat 001 hapa hivi nitajifanyia experiment. Then nikiona iko sawa I make recommendations. Then hiyo ikikataa kabisa. That's now when tunaangalia okay, LH iko chini. Estrogen iko chini, testosterone iko chini. Then maybe you need some synthetic testosterone sasa. Sasa tunaenda TRT. Na kuangalia how old are you? Majamaa wako 35 and below, TRT yao inafaa kuwa like 350 mg per week. That's like 1.5 ml of testosterone.
Damn, that's high.
Unaona? Jamaa wako 35 and below. Otherwise unaweza dunga msee
Hold on.
1 ml.
I will just go back to that. How
Jamaa
much?
wako 35, 1.5 ml.
Well, that's like
Some testosterone
350
250.
grams.
That's like 350 mg.
mg per week.
Yeah. About 350 mg every 10 days. So you do like 3 injections in a month. You do 350, 350, 350.
So 350.
Well, it depends on the size and the levels of everyone might need.
You-
But
hiyo lazima-
that's why I would say a lot of this TRT before you started, do your blood work.
Lazima ufanye lab
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Lazima ufanye lab
A lot
work.
of if you want to be
Don't-
doing the
don't go in
shortcuts,
blindly.
Usiende blindly.
Yeah.
Wasa wanakujanga wanauliza lazima nifanye blood work. Naambia
Kabisa.
You need to know
mbona
what
mimi
lies
siwezi
inside.
make recommendations kama sijui nini. labda hata maybe testosterone zako ziko sawa and everything, it's only that
it's
maybe
another issue maybe.
Maybe you have mood disorders kama kina depression or something.
Hormonal imbalances.
So msee kama amepita miaka 40, huyu ni mtu anahitaji like 250 mg every 10 days. Huyu hitaji mob. Just get him a long ester kama Sustanon hivi ama test Cpionate, they are good to go. And then saa hapo hivi ndio saa unaambia msee tukifanya hii TRT utakuwa unaingia lab, tutacheck hizo estrogen isipande sana, ikipanda juu sana tutajua vile tutairudisha chini, tunaimoderate and everything. It's a very uptight something unafaa follow up msee like every 4 weeks. Ama 6 to 8 weeks kukuwe na lab work. Isifanywe tu hivi. It's not very good.
Okay, now I think one of the biggest questions that most guys who are maybe watching, something that is just ringing in their mind, is, okay, of course, a lot of natural options have been given.
Yes.
And you've given some which are enhanced.
Yes.
But the biggest question is what kind of side effects are expected, and how you're going to avert them. And specifically maybe, especially for the layman's, one of the things once they think about anything to do with any form of enhancement is usually erectile dysfunction,
I understand.
The gonads disappearing,
So what you do, msa akifanya TRT, your story ya testicular atrophy, by the way.
So understand the question first. Was that question for the natural people or for the juiced people?
No. I mean that's definitely for the juiced people.
For the natural guys.
For the natural guys, honestly, like if you can follow that, honestly, that's just laziness. That's beyond us.
Yes.
That's really beyond us, because honestly the advice that was given here in regards to boosting your testosterone naturally, all of that, those are just things you just set for yourself as standards. You just have some principles,
just habits,
some discipline. Go to the gym, eat well, reduce your sugar, everything's gonna be okay.
Stress.
Punguza stress.
Lala vizuri, kunywa maji.
Tena
na sukari.
Sunshine
Simple
as well.
things.
Get some good sunlight.
But now
when it comes to
so
about those side effects,
anytime unakula steroids, testicular atrophy inakuanga inevitable. Kama mimi saa of late sijaran HCG. At some point I feel like my testicles hang too low because they're like peanuts, which is okay. Hii game tunaenda kuangalia muscle, tuende kuangalia. It's not a dick measurement competition. It's not a dick contest. So HCG ndarun after game. Ndio maana nangoja kispeptin. Stay kuran HCG. I'm waiting for the kispeptin so that I experiment with it. Nataka nipate hiyo kispeptin when
definitely the lab rats. You have something new. Send it this way. Send it this way.
Your kispeptin taipara by the end of this coming week.
But you heard what he said. Yes. My balls are like peanuts, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Well, it's good to be honest,
No, you see, zinakwanga peanuts mchana.
No, but for regular guy, if you pata bana your ninis bana, they are like ni kama njugu hapo. Utapani.
Well, as long as they function, do they get the job done?
Well, you're not sure.
If they get the job done, then
they're not producing how they should be, though.
Huh?
They're not producing how they should be.
Yeah.
Do they get the job done?
They get the job
not sure
done.
about that.
I mean, if you can get the job done, but if you're doing 10 reps like it's a warm up or 10 reps like it's a PR.
Bro, remember, it's never about how long. It's never about how long. It's never about how long. That's why a lot of you guys, bodybuilders, have been branded. Do you know there's a whole myth outside there, like the bodybuilders, like a 1 minute kind of.
No, acha nikwambie bro. Acha tu debunk hiyo myth. That's before I went mbali. Acha nikwambie. You see, if I were to put sema hii pila ni konde hivi, si ndio? If I were to put a dot hapa hivi. Nikwambie what is the size of that dot in relation to this pillar. Tunaona iko sawa, lakini nikiweka hiyo dot hapa hivi kwa hiyo kuta. Hiyo dot tutaitafuta, si ndio? It's a game of sight kama ile yenye tunaenda 12th October. So bodybuilder ni big. Ni big. Bodybuilder kona the same size of average cock like any other man. Lakini mkubwa sasa ukimwangalia hivi unaona ni kama ni ndo. So it's a game of Leona side. That's what as skinny guys wanaambiwa they are deep down there.
Because it looks
because they are skinny, they are tiny, and they have their average, but they have the average erection of a man in a 7 inches.
6.
6,
7.
bro.
6.
Huh?
It's 5
Si 7?
to 6.
7 ulisikia wapi? Ulitengeneza
Nilipima bro, kupima muhimu ukiwa juu ya trend.
Acha cheki tupeleke pole pole.
Ngoja hata nikwambie. Ngoja hata nikwambie. Hata nikupea story vile ili come up.
7.
Nilikuwa kwa gym. Nikaambia mlami fulani. Unajua lami. Ngoja nikupea story. Unajua mimi napenda kuona
zako za kombe.
So nilikuwa na mlami fulani tunapiga story na yeye. Spaniki ndugu yangu. Wapwani mko na sita. So
ni wapwani tunawagongea nyinyi.
Nilikuwa nimesikia 7 basi.
This how it happened.
Ngoja atakuja
kwa
kwenye
story. Sasa niwape story. Ndio mnielewe. Ngoja nisikize kwanza.
Ngoja tusikie kwanza hapo hivi kwa.
Mimi pia nilikuwa the same misconception. Nilikuwa the average erection of a man inakuanga 6.3, not nothing past 6.3. Then mlami akanishow Anthony 7 inches.
Alafu unaona mlami unakubali? Mlami.
Si ngoja nimaliza story. Sasa wewe shida yako mhenga, ngoja nimaliza story. Nikamwambia 7, I don't believe it. Akaniambia ndio upime. Nikamuuliza ulipimaje? Akona Samsung ile S23. Hiyo simu si ya cross hivi inakuanga sijui 7.1. Yeye wako open tu mlami yako open anakuambia nikiona erection wana iwekelea hivi na naona inajaa wapi across your screen. So mimi nikadoubt. Nikakumbuka home niko na ruler. Ile ruler mtoi.
Unatupeana bro.
So mimi sasa nimeamka masaa at your best maybe pale sad nigga hours saa 9 hivi. Ukienda kupii huko hivi.
Unaona?
Kwa your best yani kwa your high testosterone.
Shout it out Samsung.
Anyway. Mimi nikaingia pale kwa drawer kuna ile drawer unaekanga vitabu za mtoto ruler kila kitu. Mimi nikatoa ruler, I'll be honest, mimi nilipima. And equal 7. These guys are just wanna argue and opinion.
Mtoto unakupima nao mambo wala
hapo anajua alisanitize
kitu kingine. I tell you for sure Hanif. The reason why you are saying it's 6 ni kwa sababu hujaipima. We do this. We shall start discussion. No, we shall start discussion.
Hanif looks disappointed.
Trust me.
We shall start discussion.
Hanif looks disappointed
most men have measured, trust me. Most men have.
Ukiona Hanif kwa hiyo look ni kwa sababu unajua for sure yake ni hapo sita hata
hiyo time nilipima. The reason why nilipima ni kwa sababu nilikuwa najua
siwezi kukaa mimi pandikize la raia ati nimetoa marula hapo najipima hivyo na mzungu tena hapo wala yeye. Yaani wewe pandikize la raia kama Anthony kana mzungu hapo kwa simu.
Ngoja maji haipima. Hanif, hata nikupe challenge. Usumie rula mtoto wako, enda ununue rula yako yani ya kupima hiyo kitu.
Sangapi bro?
Wewe sasa shida yako hutaki kupima.
Hawezi kwa tape measure kuna toolbox
kwa sababu sisi tuliambiwa haijalishi urefu wako. Urefu wako ni mpango wako mwenyewe mzee. Unaona unavyotumia. Sawa. Unavyotumia ndio mpango mzee.
Kwanza acha nikuulize Hanif. Kuna story fulani mazee kwa hiyo pod yenyewe tulifanya kwanza na Gachau.
Mwanzo utakaomba
ulileta noma sana ukasema ati wapwani ati tumewaingilia.
Mlituingilia vibaya sana. Mwanzo tumulituingilia kwenye masuala hayo ya kitandani. Tunataka mwanzo ni science.
Nani aliguzia masuala ya kitandani ni Adika aliguzia sio mimi. Hiyo ata apologize.
Unaona
Aya tuambie Adika apologize.
Adika simchukulie hata Mungu amwandikie dhambi yule. Akili zake anazijua mwenyewe. Hata usimchukulie sana.
Anyway, kwa hizi podcast tu tunapiga banter and it's just banter. It's just nothing serious. Yeah. But anyway, Hanif nimekupatia hiyo kibarua. Wewe ndio ununue tape measure yako ama rula yako, enda uhakikishe kwanza before upinge. Philip the same thing. Mimi I'll be honest, hii time natumia train I have to keep track of that.
Tatizo ni muda, tatizo ni muda.
Si muda. Wewe ushaona Jogoo amepita sekunde 3 wewe? Jogoo ashaipita sekunde 3 si vifaranga wamejaa nyumbani. Sio muda.
Kwa sababu cheki itikadi zangu zanambia kama tuzungumze kuhusu hili swala si masala ya kwamba ni urefu wa kifaa. Shanaelewa? That's where a lot of you bodybuilders are being called out kwa sababu mtaenda huko na gear mnataka kupiga gear za mabavu, mnataka kupiga gear za mabicep na manini, ukaenda hapo umevimba twist ushachema. Shanaelewa? Sasa hapo ndipo mnasaidiwa sasa na wauni wako nje tu wanaopepetea kwa sababu wewe umekwenda hapo unachapiga maviagra.
Sasa nimechoka bro.
Ushaona sasa alafu sasa mwenyewe ndio wewe
nimetoka leg day huko nimechoka bro.
So Hanif unasema si
Cheki, bro.
length
It's
ya
not the
kifaa.
size of
Acha
the
nikwambie
dog.
kitu
It's not
moja. Acha cheki nikupe
the war
mfano
that
tu.
it brings.
Kwa ufupi ni kwa ufupi is about satisfying that person. How you do it doesn't matter, but I can guarantee you the length plays a very minimal role in that.
It's
Unajua,
not the
Hanif wacha ni kucorrect kidogo.
Yeah.
If there is one thing you can never do in this world,
Yeah.
hata babu yako atakwambia, is satisfy a woman.
Ah,
Walk
bro.
in there,
Bwana
satisfy
shida.
yourself.
Tegemea umezaliwa
Wewe,
wapi,
hebu
bro?
nikuulize.
Tegemea umezaliwa wapi?
Is there any time ushaenda kufanya hiyo shughuli ukakosa kuwa satisfied wewe?
Mimi mwanamume cheki mwanamume kusatisfy.
Mwanamume ukishashuka, ushakuwa satisfied, au vipi?
Ngoja nikuelezee. Ndio kufundishe. Unajua chukua elimu hapa na kama una kitabu chukua uandike itakusaidia ile maana utanikumbuka. Mwanamume kutoshelezeka ni rahisi sana. Ni rahisi sana mwanamume kutoshelezeka.
Yes.
Na mnapofeli ni kwamba wanaume wengi they are self-centered. Nitakuelezea, let me just break it down to you in a way that you would understand it. Nyinyi mnaendanga pale, mimi nikisha kutoshelezeka story zako. That's why wanawake wengi, asilimia karibu 99 wanawake hawatoshelezwi. Fanya research zako zitakwambia. Ni ngumu sana and it takes much more time kumtosheleza mwanamke. Mwanamke ataka involvement, ataka subra, ataka tuning hapa na pale. Yaani unacheza kama piano. Kama mwanamume kuna vidole 10 una ulimi mmoja, unashindwaje kumtosheleza mwanamke wewe? Ukitumia tu akili yako una vidole 10 na ulimi mzima unatoshindwaje kumtosheleza?
Lakini bro tulitokaje kwa kifaa sasa tumeingia kwa ulimi bro?
Sio tunazungumza kusatisfy. We are not talking about the vifaa. Before kutaka tuzungumze kuhusu vifaa tutazungumza mpaka alfajiri.
Mimi Hanif, mimi naona
size
doesn't matter. In fact hawapendi hata kubwa.
That's why ndo
They like
nakwambia.
just the average thing.
Unaona
Kiaka kubwa utawaumiza. Waulize, hawapendi hata kubwa.
The big ones hurt, huh?
Bro, utaenda mpaka kwa cervix.
You told you're special.
Utapeleka load yako direct to
at the end of the day,
Hanif uko sawa, so usiwe na wasiwasi ati ni size, usiwe na wasiwasi. You're
it is a
good.
plus.
Eh.
It is a plus. Understand? It is a plus to have.
God
Yes.
damn.
But it's not like the game change. What if you you have the longest one, but you 1, 2, 3, boom, you're out. You think
That's
that matters?
honest. Let's go honest work.
Honest work.
Honest work.
Honest work gun.
I mean,
Hanif, mimi nataka
Hanif,
nikuulize
mimi
Hanif, niko na swali. Katikati ya orgasm ya mwanaume na ya mwanamke, which is more meaningful?
Takes one orgasm to make life, huh?
Sasa mwanamke akipata orgasm,
Of course
na
the
life.
man's orgasm is more meaningful.
Man's orgasm is more meaningful.
Okay, as
Naona,
fitness
so
and that.
usiende
Of course, the
hapo,
satisfaction is
usiende
important,
hapo ati
but-
ukibarua. Unaona mwanamke kama ako in the game,
Yeah.
you're having sex with your woman na ako hapo, akili yake iko hapo, afikiri mambo ya sijui ulienda wapi. She'll get that orgasm even faster than you. She'll probably get 3 orgasms na utapata moja.
That's what I'm saying.
Naona?
It's never about the size, it's about the connection.
Unaona?
If a woman
But
is
do you know how
let
hard
me
it is
tell
to
you-
get a
hold on.
woman's connection?
Sasa hiyo ndio shida.
consistently?
Sasa hiyo unaona
No,
sasa
one time
sio
is
shida
fine,
yangu hiyo.
but consistently every
Hiyo sio
time.
shida.
unless
was
you
meant-
decide you put
Every time.
Yo,
Yaani shida yangu.
No
yo,
way.
let me tell you
That's
something.
a very hard thing
Unless
to do.
you decide you put her first before you, because if either you like it or not, you will be satisfied.
Bro, and you of all people should
Let
know
me
that
tell you
takes a
something.
lot of time.
Let me tell you something, doctor. For a guy, it is very easy to be satisfied. Either you like
Because
it or
tunaweka
not.
mind yetu hapo sana.
No, it's not bro. If you can sleep with a whore and you'll be satisfied, what are you talking about? Boom, boom, and you're out. What matters is you
Mind
coming.
muscle connection, that's it.
Mind and muscle connection tapigia huko hood gym, bro. Mind and muscle
Bro, zile
connection.
muscle lazima uifikirie ndio
No,
damu
but
iende
kwa
hapo.
mwanamke ndo nakwambia, kwa mwanamke
Yeah.
she has to be connected.
So advice yangu to women as a disclaimer. Mimi
Yeah.
nikiingia mahali nawapea disclaimer. Kumbuka mimi ni bodybuilder. 1 minute, I'm in and out. Make it count. Weka akili yako hapo.
Ninakwambia hapo utagonga. Kuna wauni
Acha
wako nje
igongwe ni
wanasubiri
yake,
tu
afanye
mzee.
kenye anataka. Mimi nishasaidika.
Kuna wauni wako nje tu wanasubiri hizo malose ball mzee.
Acha.
Kuna
wagonge.
watu boda wamebaki bus all day.
Wanakupiga mabao ya Drogba hivi wanaenda duvi.
Bro,
Lakini
mimi usema aje, ule mchezo hauna hata mafans. Wao mnapiga kama mmejificha mkiwa wawili. Ule mchezo hauna trophy, hakuna
Ndio
accolades.
hivyo
The
mzee.
only person making money from dick measuring contest ni Johnny Sins. and the lights.
That's why ndio maana nikakwambia hakuna haja ya kupima. Unaelekea kwenye point yangu sasa.
No, kupima it was a by the way. Unajua saa zingine
no, the whole point of kupima ilikuwa inakaa.
Unajua saa zingine kula trend
like
inakuwa fupi.
The myths that
so
guys
you have to measure. You have to measure.
Yeah,
that's the sole purpose mimi napima. And so far I think I'm good. But siwezi pitisha hiyo trends kwa game day. Ikifika tu hapo hivi naachana nayo. Sitaki nichezee akili.
Yala heri mzee.
But also just to be clear,
yes.
I mean, I guess there's also that myth that is usually like generally, you know, I mean, you'll even see it online. Watu wamepost, you know, like ma undertones hapa na pale, you know, just guys like, I don't know whether they assume guys like just by going to the gym
in a shorten the length.
Yes, you just like your length just decreases.
It's a game of illusion too.
That's
illusion. It's illusion.
Let me tell you.
No, there's that,
Yeah.
and then there's the other one for like you can't actually get it up.
That's a different story.
That's
now.
a different story.
No, that's a different story.
And that's what I want you guys now to clarify.
So mi waambia watu, even if you're using steroids, by the time ufike kwa erectile dysfunction, it means kuna red flags mingi sana uli ignore.
Yeah.
Mingi sana. Mi nimetumia steroids 3 years. Sijaipata erectile dysfunction. Have I ever gone to a point where I'm having a hard time getting erections? Yes. But sijai ati yenda hapo nikakosa.
Yeah.
But that's when nilikuwa nimerun train almost like 6 months. Nilirun tu kwa experiments. Mi nilisikia kienda 4 months utanini nikasema kaende. Let's go. Mi labrat. Sintatoa tu hiyo side effect.
Now you have your answer, bro.
Unaona? Sintaitoa hiyo side effect. Unaona?
Yeah.
But by the time unapata erectile dysfunction, that means uli ignore vitu mingi sana. Uli ignore lab work first. Lab work. Mnaambiwa hadi na Hanif lab work. Unaona? Anytime unasikia kitu iko off, lab work.
You know,
That's why, Doctore, sorry. I always tell ya, I know like Anto is all out there talking about like roids and all that stuff. But you see,
he's open about it.
Yeah, and it's a very good thing. I'm against people who are not doing it and then say they are doing it and say they're not doing it.
Yeah.
But that's still up to them, yeah? It's completely up to them.
Yes.
All I'm saying is, while you are telling people on how to normalize like being on juice, you should also tell them, focus more on tell them the repercussion of that choice.
Yeah.
You know, like the blood work.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't even know where to go and do their blood work.
No, kama mtu ataka kwenda blood work,
it is expensive, that one. The blood work is very expensive, bro.
There's a place that I think
Jalaram Medical Services. Iko pale Parklands, opposite ile njia kwenda.
How much is it? How much is blood work?
Blood work inakuanga hormones zina range around 2,000 to 2,500.
Comprehensive?
No.
Bro, if you...
One hormone.
Okay. That's
bro, nikwambia upime 4 hormones.
Yeah.
Enda huko na 10,000.
Bro, the minimum, I'm telling you, if you're serious about the run everything, you should be having around 20 something. Hey.
That's true.
20K. That's just blood work.
Organs
and let me tell you something, if you're from off season, if you're from off season, you need to do before you start it again. You need to check before you start again. Are you doing that? No, you're not. When you're running on those gears, you never hear them telling about, okay, you're running this stuff, but to make it a little bit like sustainable, you need to take like, for example,
to mitigate the side effects. I always tell people, hizo drugs niliunda really yake, hizo drugs. So almost 12 drugs.
People are not.
People never take those.
Sahi Kenya tunavyoenda sisi tunaenda okay, what do you have? What do you have? I have SAS.
Man, that's true.
What do you have?
That's
I have TSC. Okay, can I use this one?
Yeah.
People, so my emphasis on this one.
The research is very minimal. Guys are not doing blood work.
Don't do it. Yeah. Don't do it before your blood work.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't do it if you know you cannot back it up when it comes to the finance part of it.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
It's a very expensive line.
That's true.
That's the main part.
Yeah.
When it comes to ED, I think one thing I want to mention here is that I'm going to go back to the one thing that I think is causing ED, and I think it's sugar.
Yeah.
You know, there's a thing like if you can try get your energy from fats instead of
ketones,
instead of carbohydrates too much, instead of the sugars, that one will help you.
Yeah.
Number 2, the 2 herbs that I think can help your size erectile and help your erectile functioning. I think one, Kenyan, I got this Mwarubaini, I think in English it's called neem.
Okay.
Neem
Yeah,
tree.
neem, yeah. Mhm.
Mkilifi,
When you take
sisi
yeah,
tunataka Mkilifi,
I
yeah.
mean, you know, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, if you take it, if you boil it very hard,
Yeah.
if you boil it very, very hard,
The leaves or the roots?
the stem,
The stem
Okay.
the stem,
Yeah.
fixes
boil it
your
very
gut.
hard. It fixes it fixes your gut,
Your guts too.
and it cleans your blood.
Yeah.
I mean, so now you have those toxins and free radical cells that are
To get
removed
allowed.
out of your body.
Yeah.
That usually, when I take that at night,
Yeah.
guaranteed. I've given that people who take it at night. In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night, guys are having erections, right? Or you wake up in an erection. And the second one, I'll say, which you can take in the morning,
Yeah.
is fenugreek seed. This one really helps with people who are coming back from when people are doing post-psychotherapies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You take
that's very
fenugreek
good.
seed, and what it does, it just basically increases it recovers you from point of ejaculation to point of ejaculation. It shortens it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like reducing prolactin. You know, when you ejaculate, your prolactin is high.
Prolactin,
Then,
yeah.
So basically, it increases your, for lack of a better word, your cum load,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I say those two things: fenugreek seed,
Yeah.
neem, aka marubaini, na sukari, toa.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
Bro,
some good
sugar is
advice.
the last. Is the
And that is
worst.
all natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is all natty.
That's
so,
for sure.
Tudka.
Yeah.
You
So
need the
me-
tudkas.
Yeah?
You have to have a tudka.
Hizo ancillaries, Tudka ni liver
That's
support,
the
yeah.
only-
It's a liver support medication. Tudka NSC.
What's that thing? What's that thing?
Milk thistle.
Milk thistle.
Milk
What's that thing
thistle.
called?
Yeah.
Artichoke.
Tonkali. What's it called?
Tonkatali is
Hiyo
a...
sio ni mkombero.
Tonkatali ni mkombero kweli?
Hiyo ni mkombero.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Kuna zile herbs. Hizo herbs nilizitaja zote ina real.
Yeah, washafika wenyewe. Hey, mafundi wa mafundi.
Zorona Guya anakuja pole pole. Damage control pole pole. Anaanza kuwaleta pole pole.
Asa, oh, ni mwataka darasa nyinyi, ngoja leo niwape.
Next time anakuuliza what is that thing called?
Chukua notes hizi Anto, chukua notes hizo.
No, niliambia watu Fadoji agrestis, Tonkatali. Hizo vitu zinapunguza stress kama ashwagandha, the cortisol levels. Hizo vitu zote zinasaidia mwanaume kumrestore back to balance.
Honey goat, what is that? Honey goat?
When you got something, root or something.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. All those things. So you see, that's what I'm saying. For you to go to that, those are the things that you have to consider.
Yeah,
All
normal
of them.
man.
And you have an idea of how expensive it is.
Yeah.
Ashwagandha, tudka.
Expensive.
What is it called? Milk thistle.
Yeah. Hey,
wait,
milk thistle
wait.
mimi niliacha kutumia.
Where can
My
you
friend.
find some of these things?
Milk
Like
thistle
chemist, like
and
chemist.
Gigi.
First of all, there's a
Gigi
question
ama
that I
Health
actually
You.
had. Gigi.
gg.com ama health you.
Ama Health
utapata.
You.
Milk
Yeah.
thistle saini the cheapest ni 3400 ile droplets.
Yeah.
Kuna siku ilikuwa inauza
Yo,
1800 shillings
and you're taking that every day.
every day. Sasa mimi nakula drug inaitwa Liveril. Liveril is a bit
I'm a
friendly.
liver cleanser.
Is a bit friendly ni kitu 2250 shillings. Tembe za mwezi mzima.
Okay. Now let me ask you,
Yeah.
man like Guya. I just wanted to ask about like especially the morubaine. Is this you spoke about the one that you boil, which you said is a stem, right? Is it the same one you find when it's powdered?
There's one
that one is less potent.
That one is less potent. If you get
Fresh
if you
stocks.
can get someone
Yeah.
who, I think if you know someone who there's a tree
Yeah.
next to
There's
his
a compound
house.
there.
Me yangu natoka Ndiani.
Yeah.
I get a guy to get a box for me. He puts everything G4S all the way to my house.
Oh.
Then I take it naipeleka pale. Someone mwenye kona jiko
Yeah.
stays overnight. It boils, all the nutrients come out,
Yeah.
and I take it home and I put it in the fridge and I drink it in a span of 2 weeks.
Right.
So you're drinking the water.
But you have to take that seriously. If you want to be a top, if you want to
So
be on,
you ask
like you have to
If
take
you want to
that
be a top
seriously.
scorer,
There
have to
where
take
you
you
want to
go.
be a top performer,
Yeah.
you have to
You go back to
get
the same.
morubaine from Diani.
Bro, you go back to the same, bro. It's money. Money, bro. Mula. Ringi. Mkwanja. Soldi. Tafuta hela mzee. Unasikia hapo naona mtu ashamusha mavaskulari tunajua mimi nataka lakini mzee mtu amekalia kiwanja cha beach plot hapo. Anatembea na beach. Mtu anatembea na beach plot hapo. Wewe unatoka kidari tukifua ati ana mgongo ana arms. Lakini ukiamba zile pesa zenye zimetumika hapo mzee ungekuwa kuna beach plot ya Diani.
Ni kweli? Yori ukweli.
It's
That's
true,
true,
by the
that's
way.
true.
Ni kweli.
It's true,
That's
by
true.
the
It
way.
can get quite expensive. Very.
So-
So if you want to go to the dark side,
So
Prepare
if you're not doing it professionally, stick to your lane. Stick to your lane, bro. Mwache ni Guya atunani Anto atakwambia upige misumari yako.
Man like Gachau.
Gachau mwachie mwenyewe hapo. Bashoko uko kiwanja hapo mwenyewe bana anazisaka mzee.
Ukishaanza kula steroids hata uwezi nunua hata nini hata shamba mahali kuna.
Bro,
hata shamba
Black
imeisha.
Mama wewe kama uko nayo wewe kama unashaanza msumari mshukuru Mungu mzee. Maana hiyo kuna siku cheni hiyo kubadilisha hiyo cheni itakulemea pia.
Hata pikipiki ufiki.
Za doi kianza kutembea hiyo direction.
Yeah.
You just have to find a way to monetize it, and the only way I could monetize it is to capture knowledge vizuri.
Yeah.
So that's consultations zinakuja tu. Hazikosi. Unaona? Yeah, just
For the TLC.
You do enhancement coaching, right?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Na yangu inakuanga very very top notch.
Precise.
I can tell you hata juzi kuna jamaa aliingia DMs. I don't mention names. Jamaa alikuwa na faint kwa gym na kufeel kwa short of breath. Akamwambia hebu nitumie stack, unatumia kila kitu. Akanitumia list hivi. Nikamwambia bro, unakula vitu hata kunishinda.
Unaona sasa?
Nikamwambia hizi ndo nini zote unakula off-season. Boldenon ni nini? Growth hormone, is it generic kama ni pharmaceutical? Unatumia nini? Nikamwambia finya mkono yako hivi, what do you feel? Ananiambia na feel pins and needles, numbness. Ambia you don't need it at this moment. Naona? Ambia jioni ukitoa socks ama ukitoa trouser. Do you have a lining of your rubber ya socks hapo kwa mguu ya nini hiyo water retention? What are you doing with it? Nikamwambia which ancillaries are you taking? Hiyo Hanif anasema. Akaniambia hakuna. Nikamwambia ati.
Naona sasa.
Jamaa anakula drugs. Adrenaline iko juu. Unapiga reps 2 hivi za kifua anaanza kupanda. So
unazungumza na mtu wa hema mzee wa hema.
Punguza dosage hii, enda tafuta beta blocker. Sipendi kutaja majina za hizo dawa kwa podcast sana juu sipo. Tafuta beta blocker yenye na block adrenaline hapa kwa lungs na roho. Just slow it down kidogo. Hivyo tu. Utaacha kuhema na utaacha kufaint kwa gym. So nikamwadvise jamaa sasa yako sawa. No ni mmoja one of the few. Hata hawa erectile dysfunction wamejaa kwa DMs. Hakuna mtu asisaidii. Everybody.
Nice.
Na mimi sikimbiliangi pharmacological interventions by the way. People might think as Anthony kwambia watu sindano. No. I always go for what Guya anasema kwanza.
The natural way first.
Fadogia agrestis, kina tribulus terrestrialis, hizo vitu zote. And then when those ones fail, maybe sasa ndio tunaingia pharmacological intervention yenye sio the hormones themselves. To restore your hormone balance kwanza. So zikikataa maybe ndio tunaenda sa level 3.
What is your take on the supplement, the testosterone boosters on the supplement?
Dog shit.
Do they work?
No, they don't.
Like at all?
They don't.
But what about
you?
I
had a client who was on it. He said it gave him strength, but that time I also put him on zinc and magnesium, so I couldn't pinpoint to what it was. Exactly. I put him on
okay, so have you ever used it to call them dog shit before?
I had a guy mwenye alikuwa anazitumia.
So the answer is you've never used them.
I've never used them, but I've ever had a client on them.
I used them. 2016. That's the 2016? Yes, 2016 for the Mr. Kenya. And from my experience, I use Testo GH17 from USN. Bro, then understand this one, your recovery is more. I don't know if it boosted my testosterones. Your recovery is more. Your strength is more. So which means you will be pushing heavier and harder. Which means your body is going to be consuming much more of the food that you install into the muscle.
I have a question. Did your strength and recovery increase while you are using them? Na after uliacha kutumia did they zilitank?
100%.
Zilitank. That's how I tell people. Hizo vitu zinakuanga list.
So
na hizi products zenye
you cannot, if we are to compare the natural GH boosters, the natural and the Muiba side, they're not the same. They're not the same. But if you want to be natural and still boost your testosterone level, you can take the supplement part of it.
But now my problem is, if I'm taking a supplement,
and by the way,
I get strength inaongezeka supranormal in a way that is not so normal in a very short time and in a very dramatic way, and then nikiachana nazo ina drop mara moja. Inaweza kuwa the same case na zile products za
that's everything, bro.
Zinakuwa less.
Right now, let me give you this example. If you're running Testosterone on 250, then you cut down, boom. What happens to you?
You
You
lose it.
tank.
Exactly. You mess up the whole beyond what a natural one would have done it.
Yeah.
So the concept is the same. If you're coming from, we're using the natural testosterone boosters as a supplement, like Testo GH17 from USN. When you're coming out of it, you also have to come out of it slow.
Oh.
It's the same way. Just like how you're running the drugs. You don't cut down, like, okay, I'm done, like, boom, cut down everything. You
No,
have
you
to
don't.
transit, you're coming out of it slow by slow. Right?
That's true.
So it's the same. So what I'm saying is you can still boost your testosterone.
Natural.
This comes to the question that previously you had asked before.
Yeah.
Using the supplement. There are supplements that boost testosterone without any side effects, by the way.
Tiko, I can't argue with that kwa sababu
From my- I can assure you
ametumia
that. I've
zinafanya
been
kazi
there.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I never
And you're not just plugging USN.
No,
because-
bro, I forgot, bro. Even if I don't get paid, I still get paid, bro.
No, but on the real, like
Yeah.
I've actually had Hanif say that before.
Yeah.
I've had him.
kama ametumia na
talk about
imewaka
that
I never argue with
testosterone boost.
anecdotal data. I am an anecdotal data guy. Anecdotal data kwanza, then empirical research, controlled experiments. And then saa tunakuja kwa pia forums ni anecdotal, as in ni vile amesema nilitumia nikasikia
Yeah.
hivi.
Yeah.
It's feedback, yani live feedback.
You see,
Yeah.
a lot of like when it comes to bodybuilding, yeah. Even if when it comes to supplementation and everything, you know where they're emphasizing is on recovery.
That's recovery.
Everything at the
Everything is
end of the
recovery.
day
By the end of
is
the day, recovery.
Anything that boosts your recovery allows your muscle growth.
Yeah,
That's
it
it.
puts you ahead of the game.
That's
That's
it,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Hata mwiba ni recovery tu.
Creatine.
Steroids.
Yeah,
Creatine.
Just creatine.
Recovery.
Recovery.
yeah, it's recovery. Yeah.
Your
Kwanza
weight
creatine.
branches amino acid.
Yeah.
Recovery.
Yes.
Recovery.
These are
Not-
the
the same
supplements that
thing,
you
yeah.
can actually take and gives you that recovery.
Yeah.
Bro, I can assure you this. Let me give you this example. There were people in 2021 who are natural. And they smoked people who are on juice. 2021 men's physique.
Thank you.
2021 men's physique. I can say you this. Oyata is natural. I can publicly say Oyata is natural. But he smoked people who are on gear. They were on crazy amount of gear. They were on everything they could find. And they were smoked by Oyata.
Hanif,
Well, it happens.
why don't you shout me out too? I was natural.
You see,
I'm speaking for Oyata because I know he's not, I don't know that side, bro.
Hanif is first speaking about the physique.
Okay.
Because that's his
Because
category.
that's where I belong, bro.
That is
I hear you,
category.
I hear you, I hear you.
Do you understand?
But
Physique, yeah.
you
Guya,
actually
can
natural
tell me that.
2021.
Yeah.
Guya, yeah.
You up
Guya
against?
looks
You up
natural.
against? Shafi. Was it?
Shafi, Kai Green, Tanzania, up against my guy here was up
2021
against
ile coast.
UN Heavyweight.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
up against Achara is natural, I'll say that. I was up against
These were in the same category as you.
in heavyweight.
2021.
Ochino?
You were in the same category as Achar.
Yeah.
Charo alikuwa heavyweight your time.
Ochino?
Do you see that 2021 physique?
Yeah.
Light heavy.
was light heavy.
Unaona hiyo physique ya Achara ya 2021?
Yeah.
I don't think Achara amewahi kuwa na physique better than that one. That one was the godly physique. Kwanza quads.
Yes.
Guys,
Yeah.
Hizo picha sijui niliona,
Hey,
sijui
mazee.
nilikutumia ama nilitumia nani kwa?
Yeah, Chara wewe.
Nilimtumia yeye Achara yeye mwenyewe. Foto yake iliwekwa 0. By the way 001 unasema wanarudi.
is it?
Umeona
I'm
IG
not
yao?
sure. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Wanachocha every day. Bwenda uangalie Mr.
Yeah, sure.
001.
That
Wanasema
was
wanarudi.
one of the best
Wanachocha.
shows.
Wanasema
year.
tunarudi.
That was
Next
a good
year.
show.
Yeah, I hope they do because you see, the more shows we get,
Yeah.
the more shows we get.
Yeah.
The more athletes, the more
Yeah.
publicity,
The more
the
athletes.
more.
And
So,
more, and
Do you
the
have
more
an
the industry
idea?
keeps
Yo,
going
do you
up.
have
That's
an
for
idea
sure.
of how many people they have created jobs opportunity out of the bodybuilding shows?
They come up.
We get recognized right now because of the shows.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of you see like someone like Guya wants to build a profile because he knows like if I build my profile, I'm building a brand,
Yeah.
and everyone will be like I want to be associated with this brand because of
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
good they have been doing in
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
industry.
yeah.
By the way, there was something we discussed juzi na kuna brand nakuanga na brand advisor.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm intending also to come up with a nguo,
Yeah.
but yangu haitakuwa, it has nothing to do with me. So tuliketi chini na huyu jamaa anamwambia nataka niunde merchandise, ikuwe hapo na kilogo kinini. Akanyamaza akaniuliza, Gachau, what do you think makes people like you or follow you? Nikamwambia because niko honest about steroid use, niko jacked. Ananiambia hapana. Nobody follows you because of your body. Nobody does. People follow you because of the story yenye unapeana. Story gani wanaona kila siku, una post nini? That story you build up. Wachana Kenya wanaona the face value. What story is it telling? Unaona? That is what people fall in love with. Unaona? Now that's why Hanif ana insist to build a brand in a take time, and that is what people follow. So nikamuuliza what do we do? Akaniambia ukitaka kujua brand yako. The brand identity, you can call it that. Enda kwa comments za posts zako. Watu wenyewe watakwambia why they follow you up. Unaona? Tenda hapo niongee kuhusu steroids, msaka niambia na uko confident, uko knowledgeable. Unaona hizo words? Those are the keywords you pick. That is your brand. That's how you give it value. Unaona? That's how you build hata kama ni cloth wear ama kitu kama hiyo. So anyway, Hanif is on a point hapo hivi. Brand, kubuild brand na hii bodybuilding. Unaona Guya vile wanaijenga polepole Sigmas. Hana haraka? Post by post.
You haven't been long into like bodybuilding. When did you start officially like doing bodybuilding? Forget about like the lifting part of it.
Right before COVID, is when I decided maybe. Then COVID happened. I took a break.
Then
2021 is when I went full force.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he's still new into
branding,
like that.
Very much.
Kunda brand by the way. Kunda brand ni kazi ngumu. Kunda brand.
It takes a while to be honest.
Takes a while. Mimi I was lucky nilikuwa controversial. That's the lucky part.
How many shows have you done?
Shows nimefanya 3. Not even done bodybuilding shows mob. I thought nimekuwa smoked.
What's the highest you've ever placed?
Nowhere. Sadly. The best nilikuwa fikiri nita place ni ile 001. Hiyo hata Philip anaweza kuambia I did some pretty.
Were you natural then?
No. I started using steroids hiyo show ya Iron Shafi ya 2020. Hapo September, right? Hiyo time ya COVID. Hapo nilianza. But then it was some shoddy work and it was ill informed. But sasa building a brand pole hivyo takes a lot of time.
I think even when you go through a lot of mistakes, that's experience that people.
100%.
Unaona hiyo story, hizo mistakes una make. Kama hivi nimefanywa surgery. Nimefanya hii na hii. No, enda ukiambia watu. Usikose kuambia. That's a story you're telling. That's what people fall in love with.
It'll show your journey. Part of your journey. It's a crucial part of your journey.
Anto has,
Tell them.
It's a really good thing. He tells you like take, but Joe, you're on your own.
You're on your own. Mimi wanasema disclaimer. Just advise kwa Camila.
Wewe kula lakini wewe na Mungu wako. Kama una insurance mzee, tutakuchangia.
Which brings me to a question actually.
Yes.
I mean, both in the natural and enhanced world, about longevity. Of course, all of us guys here are pretty young and all that. But what are some of the strategies that we're going to, put into action to just make sure that, down the road, you're not one of those guys who you age uko and then you start drinking like a crazy guy and then youko telling guys unushago mimi nilikuwa napiga chuma,
mimi nilikuwa nani,
nilikuwa naniita mimi nilikuwa steamer
ni Rambo
at that time bana your bicep bana imeenda bana and nobody can even believe it. Like what are some of the strategies that guys can implement?
You go back to building something sustainable, whether ni brand, whether ni physique. Umeangalia Lee Priest vile anakaa hadi sahi anakiwa mzee hivyo. The guy is still maintaining his size kila kitu.
Look at Ronnie.
Yes.
Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman is trying, but of course he got messed up by his back and hip and all that.
But Jay Cutler is good.
One of the most successful bodybuilders.
Jay Cutler is good.
Angalia nani? The richest bodybuilder, Arnold.
Flex Lewis.
The richest bodybuilder, Arnold mwenyewe.
Still trains to today.
Still trains. Unaona ako sawa tu.
So he's good for his age.
Because with Arnold you have to understand one part, he switched from bodybuilding to acting. That's where the money came. From there he moved into politics. That's when the money else came. But it's very hard to build money exactly coming from bodybuilding on stage. So you have to understand. This is what I always tell people. Shows are not going to give you money. shows, even if this show they put 1 million in.
Yeah.
That 1 million is not
It's
enough
gonna go by
to
pretty
sustain
fast.
you. What are you gonna do with that 1 million?
unaona personal even
that's
personal
true.
training inafika time unachoka.
Let me tell you something. With the personal training,
Yeah.
eventually there will come people younger than you,
Who are more
with much
agile,
more knowledge,
more energy,
much more appealing, good energy. When you're already burning out,
Yeah.
after some time you will be running out.
Yeah.
Like you're feeling like,
I mean,
okay,
you cannot
I'm
be
over this shit.
You cannot be doing all that at the PT.
So mimi
at
nimeamua
TV or
nitafute
you
something
max-
sustainable.
So that's what I'm saying. Maximize this industry while you still can.
while you still
While it
have the
lasts.
energy. Yeah.
Ndio hiyo.
While it lasts, because tomorrow
And
the
while you're
Anthony
still
who's
the in
talking
thing.
about the Anthony who's talking about juice here,
Yeah.
there will come somebody
Yeah.
who's winning shows after shows,
Yeah.
who's looking amazing, who
Yeah.
can speak better, who carries himself better.
That's true.
Anthony's out of the market.
Yeah.
I'm out.
So build a brand outside of kama kinyozi.
Yeah.
Shaona kinyozi? Hutanyoa for the rest of your life. Sasa kama wewe ni kinyozi mjanja katika biashara yako ya kinyozi utakuwa unakuza wengine. Ukikuza wengine watakuwa wanakufanyia kazi. Sio unifahamu?
Yeah.
Itafika kiwango kwamba sasa you have built a brand kwamba let's say Crazy Fades.
Yeah.
It's your barber shop, yeah. But sasa usha build a brand kwamba ni hapa unanyolewa fiti,
Yeah.
unakanga fiti, service yako ni nzuri. Then itafika kwenye kiwango by slow you're coming out of it.
Yeah.
And then you
You're
start
coming out of it.
managing
Then
the
unabaki tu wewe jina.
young tax now.
And guys now begin
Yeah.
to trust your brand to deliver.
Angalia
More
kama
than
kwa
you
mfano-
personally.
kama mfano a bodybuilder like these bodybuilders also. What's his name? Was it Labrada? Gaspari, yeah.
Gaspari, yeah.
Yeah.
Rich Gaspar.
Gaspari
Gaspari.
supplement, yeah. Gaspari
how good
nimekula
his
amino
supplements are
nimekula amino zake sana.
Look at how his supplements are doing. He wasn't going to be a bodybuilder for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But now, if you have built a brand, if you have built a brand in a way like people wants to be associated with the things that you have achieved in the industry.
Gaspari aliishinda shows.
Couple of them, not
Yeah.
Olympia,
Not Olympia.
not
Not
Olympia,
Olympia though.
but a couple of shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus how he was carrying himself in the magazine and all that. Now you have the social media. That's when you maximize on the social media. Lakini sasa wewe utaka kwenye post media zako posti memes, uposti umbea, hizo zitakuletea chochote. Lakini kama kwenye social media yako unazungumza kitu ambacho hiki kina elimu ndani yake, kitamuentertain mtu. Hiki kina entertainment on its own.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to like, okay, oh wow, there's a fashion in it, a little bit of fashion in it.
Yeah.
Ushaona vitu kama hivyo.
Yeah.
Lakini ukitegemea tu kutengeneza pesa tu kwa sababu tu ya show, kitakuramba mzee.
Yeah.
Mbaya sana.
Okay, and that's in terms of brand, but in terms of as well of personal wellness, health,
wellness, yeah.
fitness.
I'd say-
Personally, methods that you're actually going to use to make sure that this can actually carry me through my 50s, 60s, 70s.
I think-
while I even get like Uko 75, 80, I'm still looking like
I think juice or no juice,
yeah.
natural or enhanced. I'm going back to the one thing. I think sugar is the killer of longevity. Right? I think if you can limit your sugar, you'll see yourself at 70 still training because it deteriorates your joints, it deteriorates your muscle,
Everything.
Yeah.
it deteriorates a lot of things. So
Your brain.
if you want
everything.
to last long in this game,
Yeah.
just
Cut out the
sukari
sugar.
punguza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Doctor was asking about when it comes to the finance part of it.
No, I was asking. I mean,
For-
both
Health-wise, yeah.
health-wise.
Yeah.
Of course, it. That's another part of it. I mean, if you're in the industry, the fitness industry, and especially if you're actively doing coaching, PT, all of that. There's two parts to it. There's your personal wellness, health, your personal fitness. You have to have certain strategies that are going to carry you all the way up to your 70s, 80s until, you're old and gray, but still looking good. Make sure that the health that you have right now while you're young, you still carry it into your old age.
Yes.
But also, there is methods that you're going to put into play that will ensure that just because we know Gachau nini mad scientist unajua wanasema ujana
Ni moshi.
ujana ni moshi yeah. That whole thing isiishe, and then now that goes down with you being around, and now you're starting to look for
Angalia-
other alternative sources of income.
Angalia mabodybuilder wangapi kwa Kenya. Hata sasa sema tu sasa hivi
Yeah.
tuna the power of the social media kwamba kuna watu bado watakuona kwa sababu ya social media. Wao hawakuwa na social media.
Yeah.
Kweli.
Kama Mr. Kenya wa 2002 or 2020
Tuwajui.
ushanfahamu, hata hakuna mtu anataka kumjua.
Uganda, shout out.
Ushaona? I personally ushaona, huwezi kuwajua. Kuna ule mzee alikuwa anajimu anajimu huku watu nani ule, hata kuliwahi kuwa na classic championship yake hapa Kenya. Mzee mmoja
Nikiragos. Yeah.
A lot of this new generation don't even know him.
Yeah.
Ushanfahamu?
Yeah.
Yes, atakuwa kwa pangine na pala pake pa kubangaiza, lakini ndio kusema kama yale ndio kwambia kwamba kama bodybuilder lazima ufikirie namna ya kutengeneza pesa ukitoka kwenye bodybuilding.
That's for sure.
That's true.
Ukitaka kubakia katika kwa kipindi kirefu, kwa sababu hata hiyo lifestyle itakushinda.
Yeah.
Kubakia na misuli na muscle, bro, it takes money.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll be honest,
if you're not making money, it's hard to have a
kama
good
mimi
physique.
juzi I had a sitting with my dad and bro yangu.
Yeah.
Nikamwambia currently I'm doing good in the bodybuilding industry.
Yeah.
But I won't last here forever. Same way mnasema.
Yeah.
So nikamwambia I need like 2 million bob.
Unasikia?
Nijipange.
Dadekiwe.
I need 2 million bob.
Unafuliza pa kwa safari kama umekubania squeeze.
So tumekaa chini nao wakaniambia you know tutakupatia pesa ndio hatukatai.
Yeah.
Tunaambia tutaangalia nini. Kaambia kuna mimi mwenyewe niko na shamba zangu, then kuna ile shamba tumenunua pamoja, we can sell it.
Yeah.
Sababu penye iko sio strategic.
Yeah.
Kama how much can it fetch? Akaniambia 2 million bob.
Yeah.
But wakaniambia on one condition. Nilikuwa nishawapea proposal, nishafanya balance hesabu kila kitu, projections, financial, nilizifanya hizo zote.
Yeah.
But then wakaniambia market.
Yeah.
You want to make products. Who are you going to sell to? Wakaniambia next time you're calling for a meeting kutoka kwetu, kuja na market report.
Yeah.
Nikamwambia then I can't do that right now. Niko prep. Sina hiyo energy. Don kaniambia after prep. I'll take a break hata kutoka bodybuilding like 2 weeks. And I travel sana. East Africa, West Africa. Possibly huku chini kidogo. Niangalie vile soko inakaa, unaona? Then nikijua mimi nimeombea mambo ya misumari. What can I get from here? Can I get some products here? Can I make my own brand ya hizi vitu? I'll start it. Nitaanzisha. Hiyo ni kitu nataka kuifanya sasa. And that's why.
But let me ask this. Yes. Sorry, katika swala la misumari. What about in the government side?
No, you don't do it with the government, my friend.
So you know that when it comes to the business part of it, right now Kenya don't even know the existence of the juice side of life.
They don't.
But do you see the risk as the way you are publicly talking about it, that eventually the government will come to like understand, there is also this side of life that people are living.
Industry.
There's a whole industry and people are making a lot of money and endangering their life, and we need to put a stop.
No, they will look, but they won't see. That I can guarantee.
Bro, it's a no-brainer if you are on juice.
You don't do it in Kenya, my friend.
So that's what I'm saying.
Why do you think I'm traveling?
So no, I'm saying, if you're talking about the juice side of life when it comes to the business, and the way you are outside there speaking about it, talking about it, preaching about it, don't you think like
I have already done that your analysis. Nimeshafanya kila kitu, najua if they say kuna industry mahali, the first person they look for it's me.
Yes.
Na mimi watakuja wanipate naendelea na maisha yangu kama kawaida.
Bro, government si banda la umbea mzee.
I know the government is looking for you, they'll find you.
Ikikutaka bro, itakumulika tu.
But you see,
Kwenye simu
but
zako.
they really need to have some probable cause.
Unajua uzuri,
But if they cannot attach it to you,
unajua the good thing ni ati already kuna watu wanaifanya. You just need to study how are they doing it. Naona? How are they doing it? And that's exactly how we are going to do it.
What do you say, bro, about that when it comes to the business part of and the whole industry of drugs, like the steroid, and the approach that Anto is taking on talking about it, making like it's a normal thing to take it.
You see the way Anto is doing it. If you look at most, you're pretty much saying how they'll find him or how they'll
connect them.
How they will block this eventually.
Okay.
They can't, my friend.
Bro, do you know like there's a couple of bodybuilders what's his name
Hata
there was a
nani,
bodybuilder who
mwenye
got
alinyimwa
booked.
visa huyu.
Kuna mtu alishikwa kabisa airport. If you also there was a story about like I don't know
Jamaa
if
UK
it was
huyu
CBAM.
Nathan
Diasha.
Diasha alinyimwa visa
You
kwa sababu
see?
ya drugs.
Diasha. Kuna
Rich
mwingine
Piana pia
alishikwa
imemhappen
tu Brazil pia. I think if I'm not wrong CBAM had the same situation at some point.
Coming to Florida.
You see,
Akitravel
so
nazo.
you know that this one is against the government. The government is against it. So when you speak it publicly,
You
are you not looking at it like you're
But
highlighting?
at least when you speak it publicly, what Anto does, he puts a disclaimer there. So at least the
Not a
government...
doctor,
He's not a
not
doctor.
doctor,
he
not a
puts
distributor, I'm not
disclaimer,
anything.
Yeah.
Already unaona kwa DMs zangu kumejaa like wase wa West Africa, wase wa nini, they are ready to bank on my knowledge. And I can tell you, your knowledge ya kupika hizo vitu inakuwa imefichwa sana. But yote iko hapa. So if I go to them, I share my recipes and everything.
I think what he means
They
is
do the
that
bulk of the
they'll
job.
try to stop you.
No,
Well, the government
what
just
if
tried to
inafanya
stop
huko
you.
West Africa? I'm not the
They'll
one doing
tax
it.
you.
Eh?
They look for a way to tax
No,
you.
no, they can't
Forget
tax.
about-
They can't
bro,
tax
they
when you're
won't
being
even-
paid in a crypto, my friend.
Okay.
They
Well,
can't.
they'll find a way to...
There's a money part of it like okay
Unaona
for
the
the
same way,
government
unaona the same way USN wanakupatia certain percentage ukiuza vitu zao.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I'll be doing.
with the government.
So no, with the people who will be producing them huko West Africa.
No, mi sizungumzi kwenye production, nazungumza kwenye serikali sasa ya Kenya.
Serikali.
Sasa.
Na serikali haina serikali.
Like in terms
wana-
of logistics, you know, like how you going to handle like
logistics
kupitisha,
iko
yeah.
perfect.
Eh? Logistics iko perfect.
Haya. Stick to your lane. Stick to your lane.